Well, we were fortunate. We had a number of guys play. We rebounded, which was really important. They're such a good offensive rebounding team. That was one of the main keys. Unfortunately, one of the other main keys was turnovers, which we didn't do a very good job on, and particularly early. We not that first lead when it was 10-2 or whatever it was, but so many of their baskets in the first half when they were struggling to score were off our turnovers, and then they finally settled in and started executing better, and we weren't defending as well, and they were kind of cutting us up. They were beating us down the floor, and they were doing that. But it's the turnovers kept them in the game. In the first, we could have really stretched it out in the first half, and we didn't do that. And then early in the second half, we thought we came out and we got a couple of really good looks. We couldn't finish in the paint. We had a bunch of paint shots and didn't make them. And we knew from the beginning if we let them hang around, it was going to just come down to who was going to make shots down the stretch. And fortunately, our guys, we had a couple guys step up and make some big shots for us down the stretch. We also had one or two big defensive possessions where it got to 4 or 6, and we needed to stop. I think one after Darren made 2 free throws, and Gerald did a great job running out and contesting Dante's shot, and we got the rebound. So, we're fortunate. We found a way to win in a building which has been a nightmare for us, but we're grateful for the win, but hopefully we'll realize we need to play a little more consistently than we did tonight. You
mentioned the turnovers. So you kind of saw that with the Knicks game on Monday as well. Is there anything you're seeing out of the guys that you feel like is lending itself to that, and just taking care of the ball, being?
No, a lot of times it's good defense, and sometimes it's carelessness. We had a couple that were unforced. Just some real careless ones, but a lot of them were. Andre's unbelievable. You got guys that jump out and contest passes. So, but you can't keep turning the ball over this much and win. We were fortunate.
You got the stretch coming up against Memphis and then Houston, and then you got real tough games coming up at home.
Yep.
Is this stretch here how much is this stretch here going to tell you about your team?
Well, it'll tell us a lot for sure, but I don't think it's make or break. I think we've established, now. We're almost playing not to lose a little bit right now. We're on such a good roll, and the Knick game was not like that. The Knick game we went in, let's play a basketball game and see who wins. And I think we got more of those coming up. I don't relish them because they're against very good teams, and I don't like the way they're spaced out. We had, Monday, Wednesday, Friday with Orlando, Miami, and Chicago next week, but we got 2 monster games left on this trip, which are great preparation for us. Trying to go into Memphis and then a back-to-back going into Houston. So we're like everybody else in this league. We're a day at a time. We weren't as good tonight as we were the other day, but we found a way to win. See what happens I don't know what day we're playing Memphis. Friday. See what happens Friday. We need to play more like we played in the Garden or in Oklahoma City if you're going to beat Memphis in Memphis.
They announced the All-Star reserves tomorrow. Do you think that Joe should be?
I think all 3 of our guys should be on, Rod, but it doesn't matter what I think. I couldn't vote for it. Matt Winnick he's getting up there a little bit, but not allowed to vote for our own guys. Even he probably would have figured it out if I voted for 3 Brooklyn guys. So they've made a strong case, both how they played individually, and I think the fact that our team has played well, that also argues on their behalf. So we're just whatever the coaches do, and that's the way it is.
Would you be bummed out though if nobody makes it from the team?
Yeah, I'd be disappointed, but I'd also be happy that they got rest instead of having to go to Houston and play. So.
Would you vote for yourself for Coach of the Month?
Absolutely not. Without question, that's an easy answer.
When you talk about playing not to lose, some of that when you're playing an opponent with a bunch of guys out.
Well, yeah, partially that, but still, I really thought that these guys beat us at home, and we haven't won in this building. I don't think that it was as much that tonight, but I think this. If it's stupid, if there's a negative to the streak, it's like, well, we're playing really good. Like the NBA is about just coming and playing every night, and you handle the wins, you handle the losses. So I'm not looking forward to handling some losses, but we need to, we need to continue to play from day to day, and we need to rise up to challenges, which we've done for the most part. So, you know, we're not hurting for a challenge Friday and Saturday, so that'll be good for us.
Since you took over, Darren's picked up his play a lot. Is it a different way you're using him, or is it
No.
simply he's playing for himself?
I think our other guy, Darren's always played well, but I think a lot more of it has to do with the fact that our other guys in the team is playing so much better. That's taken some of the pressure off Joe and Darren. That they're still getting double teamed, but it's not like guys hanging on their necks like every possession and the whole shot clock. We got more guys stepping up and doing things, and he's done a really good job running the team. Even nights when he maybe hasn't scored as much, he's pushed it for us. He's got us in the sets really well, and he's always defends well. I mean, people never talk about Darren's defense. He's a very good defensive player. That was one of our problems tonight. Once he got in foul trouble, we really had problems trying to guard Luke and Juan Jose. So it was, you know, Darren, to me, is very underrated defensively. That position is the impossible position in this league to defend. He's challenged every night. The fact that he can do that really, you know, it really helps us. You saw him being in foul trouble and him not being on the floor. Now, CJ was great in his absence, but defensively, that's where we missed Darren.